Most people think learning is about talent, about being naturally smart, about having some genetic gift that others don't. But that belief is exactly what keeps them slow, unfocused, and permanently stuck. Because learning isn't about intelligence, it's about control. Control over your brain, your attention, your memory, and your behaviors. The people who learn the fastest aren't born different. They train their mind differently. They use invisible, psychological shortcuts, mental hacks that bend the brain's natural limitations and force it to perform at a higher level. And here's the uncomfortable part. You've probably been learning wrong your entire life. Think about it. You read something, forget half of it, review it again, forget even more, and then try to cram everything the night before an exam or an important deadline. You repeat this cycle so often that it begins to feel normal, but it's not normal. It's a broken system, one that was designed for memorizing facts in the 19th century, not for a modern brain drowning in information. But the moment you break away from that old system, even slightly, your entire mental ability changes. Your brain becomes sharper, your recall becomes faster, your focus becomes deeper, and learning stops feeling like effort and starts feeling like power. The 7 hacks you're about to learn are not tips. They're cognitive levers, methods used by peak performers, accelerated learners, and people who treat the brain like a programmable machine rather than a mysterious organism. These hacks don't just help you remember more, they change how your brain processes information at the root. Because here's something most people never realize. The brain is not designed to learn efficiently on its own. It needs structure, it needs triggers, it needs friction and repetition in the right places. And when you give it those things, strategically, your learning speed doesn't improve slightly, it multiplies. After this video, you won't be learning the same way ever again. You'll start noticing how slowly everyone else learns. You'll see your memory sharpen in ways that feel unfair, and the gap between you and the average learner will grow automatically, effortlessly, every single day. But only if you're willing to listen closely, because these 7 hacks are the difference between a brain that survives and a brain that dominates. So, if you're ready to learn faster, remember more, and operate on a mental level most people never reach, let's unlock the 7 proven hacks that can reprogram your mind into a high-speed learning machine. Number 1. The anticipation effect. Learn before you learn. If you want to learn faster, you must stop approaching new information like a blank slate. The brain hates empty space. It needs a framework. So before studying anything, whether it's a chapter, a lecture, or a complex concept, spend 2 minutes predicting what you think you're about to learn. Even if you're wrong, your brain now has mental hooks ready. As you study, every new idea has a place to attach, making comprehension shockingly faster. This single hack can cut your learning time in half, because you're not absorbing information, you're connecting it. And connected information forms memories that don't fade. 2. The recall loop, the brain's most powerful memory weapon. Most people reread. Fast learners recall. After you learn anything, force your brain to retrieve it without looking. Close the book and try to explain it like a teacher. Write it from scratch. Summarize it out loud. When your brain struggles to remember, it builds stronger neural pathways. This transforms knowledge from "I've seen this before" to "I can reproduce this on command." While everyone else is pretending to study by rereading, you're training your brain to perform. 3. The chunking matrix. Shrink information to make it stick. Your brain isn't designed to remember long sequences. It remembers meaningful groups. That's why phone numbers and passwords are chunked. Apply this to studying. Break every topic into small, logical chunks. Then group those chunks into categories and link those categories to a bigger idea. When information has structure, memory becomes automatic. The brain stops feeling overwhelmed and starts recognizing patterns. This hack turns even the most complex subjects into simple mental maps you can recall instantly. 4. The spacing trigger. Use time to lock in memory. The brain doesn't store information when you first learn it. It stores information when you revisit it, not after 5 hours. After time, strategic time. Review after 1 hour, then after 24 hours, then after a few days, then after a week. Each review strengthens the memory like forging steel. Hot, cool, repeat. This spacing trigger keeps information from decaying and moves it into long-term memory with minimal effort. Cramming feels productive but dies quickly. Spacing feels light but lasts forever.
5. The sensory engagement technique. Activate more of your brain. Most people study with only one sense. They read. That's why their brain stays passive. Fast learners activate multiple senses at once. They read and speak. They write and explain. They visualize diagrams while talking themselves through the process. Every additional sense activated creates another pathway in the brain. More pathways equals faster understanding plus stronger memory. When your brain is fully engaged, learning becomes deeper, faster, and far more permanent. 6. The connection technique. Link the new to the known. Your brain remembers relationships, not isolated facts. So, every time you learn something new, link it to something you already understand. Ask yourself, what is this similar to? What does this remind me of? Where have I seen this before? By connecting new information to existing memory, you transform the unknown into the familiar. This creates a mental network instead of a mental pile. Networks are easy for the brain to navigate. Piles are not. This alone can double your learning speed. 7. The nighttime encoding ritual. Learn while you sleep. The brain resets and reorganizes information during sleep. But it needs a signal. That signal comes from a simple ritual. 5 minutes of calm recall right before bed. No notes, no screens, just closing your eyes and trying to remember the main ideas you learned today. This tells the brain, these memories are important, store them. Overnight, your mind strengthens, reorganizes, and compresses this information. The next morning, the material feels clearer, easier, and almost familiar, like you've studied it twice, because you have, once during the day and once while you slept. You now know 7 hacks that can literally reprogram how fast your brain learns. But here's the twist. Only people who take action will ever see the results. Most viewers will forget everything they heard within the next hour, not because the hacks don't work, but because they won't apply even one of them. So here's the test, the part where your future self is watching you closely. Which one of these 7 hacks are you committing to today? Not tomorrow, not when you're free, today. Type it in the comments, because the people who write it down create accountability, and the people who don't, they stay exactly where they are, slow, unfocused, and frustrated. So tell me, which hack are you choosing to master first? Your answer might just inspire someone else, or expose who actually wants to level up.